Okay, thank you everyone for being in attendance. I am now calling the Health and Human Development Committee to order. Madam Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Alderman Vollmer.
Did you hear me?
No, we could not.
I'm not muted.
Now we can hear you. Are you saying you're here?
Abby.
Alderwoman Tyus. Alderwoman Schweitzer.
And she was here.
Alderwoman Sanye.
Present.
Chair Boyd.
Present.
Alderwoman Tyus. Alderwoman Schweitzer.
I wonder, did it kick her off?
That's what I'm thinking.
Because she was on. Ironically, she was first person on.
Alderwoman Schweitzer.
Alderwoman Schweitzer, are you here?
Yes, sorry, my computer died. I'm here, present.
Thank you.
We have 4 present. We have quorum.
Okay. Approval of minutes for meeting of Thursday, September the 26th, committee meeting.
I make a motion, we approve the minutes of November 7th, 2024.
Second. Approval of Thursday, September 26th.
Oh, sorry. Oh, okay, mine says, all right. Sorry, mine says November 7th on here.
And mine says September, so it's November 7th. You're correct. Thank you. Because mine says
yours is September the 26th. He has the wrong one. You have the right one.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
So September 26th.
Yes.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes of Thursday, September 26th, 2024.
Second.
Alderman Vollmer.
Hi. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Alderwoman Tyus. Alderwoman Schweitzer.
Aye.
Alderwoman Sanye.
Aye.
Chair Boyd.
Aye.
Alderwoman Tyus. We have 4 aye votes.
Thank you. So board bills review, we have board bill 119 introduced by me, and I will ask my vice chair to take over the meeting.
All right, because I don't have the minutes the agenda I have doesn't have that on there. Let's see if I got it on my phone, but okay.
You should have a new one. Look in your email to your city one. You should have the most recent one.
There, okay. No, but this one, but I will recognize the chair on her board bill. Please proceed.
Thank you. So this is board bill 119, recommended by the Board of Estimate and Apportionment, appropriates the Department of Health $1,585,850 $74 in funds received by the City of St. Louis pursuant to national opioid settlement agreements, authorized expenditures of such funds to the extent received and contains the emergency clause. And I took your part, didn't I, Or?
That's okay.
And so I wanted to introduce this to the committee. And we do have a speaker, Mr. Craig Smith, that wanted to speak on it.
All right. Thank you very much, Alderwoman. Mr. Schmidt, if you will, we need to swear you in. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. Good morning.
Sir.
Thank
Please
you.
proceed.
All right. So I am hopeful that the sponsor, Chairwoman Boyd, might be introducing a committee substitute as well, because the city council's office pointed out to us that there were additional payments that were received. These are monies that come from a number of sources from settlements on opioid settlements. As we all know, the opioid crisis is continuing. It's a huge one, but some of the distributors, Janssen and others, have been paying into a multi-district settlement that is pretty complicated. It involves a lot of jurisdictions. We get a piece of that wanders through a number of different jurisdictions, including the state of Missouri, then goes over to the city council's office and whatnot and comes to us. There were a couple of additional payments that are not in the original board bill that I see. One was distributor payment for $459,673.93. Distributor payment 7, which was early, for $177,686.53. And Janssen payment for $439,280.42. I did prepare a short, this is not anything our fiscal people put together, but I thought you might be interested in seeing where some of this money has been going, what you have already approved previously. These are going out as contracts. And I did want to point out that all of this funding has to go strictly for opioid prevention, intervention, recovery, treatment. I could read the whole thing. I also put it in this piece. If that's okay, I'd like to share that with you. I don't know if it's coming up yet.
It's trying.
It's trying for me too. Yeah,
Mr.
I
Schmidt,
think
once you do your presentation, could you please submit that to the clerk?
sure.
Thank you.
If I can, it's on my screen, but not yours. Let me see if I can get to that. I think you're looking at the board bill probably.
Right now, I just have a little circle with your name on
Yeah.
it.
Okay. It says okay. It's moving, but you know, I have the same equipment you all have from the city, so it may take a little bit here. In any event, what I wanted to point out is that you have, now it's screening what's there. Okay. It suggests that you might be able to see my Excel spreadsheet. Can you?
Right now, I see a board bill summary for 119 committee.
Uh-oh. Let me stop sharing and try to see if I can reshare. What I wanted to point out is that this is happening, and this additional funding then would likely involve putting out more requests for proposals or continuing some funding on what is already occurring on existing contracts. Can you see this now?
Yes, you can see a Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah, excellent. So without overdoing this at present, you can see, for instance, Haven Recovering, it talks about what they're planning to use, outreach and telehealth and so forth. We have Live, Recovery, Sober. It indicates the amounts. Part of this was to show you that this note is on all of the contracts in terms of being very specific about what we're limited in doing. City Councilor's office has made that abundantly clear. If we go beyond that, there's a lot of reporting that needs to happen. And so we don't want to mess that up. And then also to point out that we've done some extensions on contracts. There wasn't sufficient funding, both because we didn't have this additional funding, plus there were other payments that, although you approved them, somehow didn't make it to us. They were in the city, but didn't make it to the Department of Health. So there continues to be a need. These are, you know, they're kind of a down payment on trying to help. I know the opioid crisis has not abated, and yet some of the numbers have improved. However, we like to disaggregate numbers, and so for all folks, it is not improving for everybody. So we just want to make sure that that continues. And so approval of this will allow us to extend some of these contracts and also in the future be able to do some additional requests for proposals to try to address the prevention, intervention, treatment, and recovery efforts that are underway with many of our partners in the community. That's it for now. Thank you.
Okay. So, Alderwoman Boyd, do we have a committee substitute to enter in then? Would you like to?
Mr. Schmidt jumped the gun because we were going to do was read the bill and then submit the committee substitute, Mr. Vice Chair, and we were allowing him to speak. and
Okay.
We were gonna do the committee substitute. And so
Okay.
now we will do the committee substitute.
Thank you,
No worries.
Chairwoman.
Okay, can we get our screen back? If we don't need this any longer? So I can see your smiling faces. Thank you. All right. So Alderwoman Boyd, well, we need to adopt your, you have to introduce your committee substitute, or do I have to adopt your first one? Where are we at here? We're off kilter.
I know, that's what I was like. So we need to
adopt.
do,
He need to.
Go ahead.
go ahead, cause my sidekick over here, she always helped me stay on.
I
point.
got you. I move to adopt a committee substitute for Board Bill 119.
Entertain a second.
Second,
Previous role.
I don't know, you can second your own,
okay.
your bill.
She's
All
on
right.
the committee. Yes, she can.
Yeah.
I'm a rules person.
So we have the motion was made by Alderwoman Schweitzer, seconded by Sanye, and previous roll by Alderwoman Boyd, correct?
That'll
Vice
work.
Chair.
Schweitzer, you did the previous roll.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So we have now before us the committee substitute. Any discussion from the sponsor?
No, our speaker kind of gave us an update. on that.
Well, at that point, if there's any questions of the committee, Alderwoman Schweitzer, any questions? Alderwoman,
Actually, Alderman Ballmer, I do have one question. Is this funding that also funds the Behavioral Health Bureau within the city? No, okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
no, the problem is I identified is that it has to be strictly for that opioid aspect. That's very hard to do with personnel internally. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I had thought that that was sort of the reason the Behavioral Health Bureau was formed, was addressing part of, this crisis, but they've been so helpful to me across so many issues of behavioral health, and so have you, of course. And I just want to, while you're here, just say thank you publicly for all the Department of Health does, and especially around this crisis and addressing issues of homelessness, and just thank you for all that you've done.
Well, it's nice to hear, and I'll reflect that back to them. Thank you all.
All right, thank you, Alderwoman. Alderwoman Saunier, any questions or comments of the speaker or sponsor?
I wanted to thank the speaker for being here today. And then just a question probably for the Alderwoman. I am assuming that you spoke with the Department of Health about how the funds will be spent. I know Mr. Schmidt is from the department, but I'm imagining that that's not where you will be having your conversations.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and I will reach out to Dr. Mahdi and the behavioral health people in regards to that.
Okay.
All right. Seeing I have no questions or comments, always a pleasure to see you, Mr. Schmidt, my fellow past alderman. With that, you're welcome to close, Alderwoman Boyd.
And on that note, I would ask for favorable consideration and approval of Board Bill 119.
Okay,
Committee substitute.
committee substitute.
Yeah.
Okay, with that, I will take a roll. We have a motion and a second before us, correct? And we have a previous.
Just for
roll?
adopting the committee
For
substitute.
adopting, okay,
Yes.
for now.
I move that we
Can I ask
pass
a
Board
question?
Bill 119, committee
I'm
substitute.
sorry.
with
I'm
due pass
sorry.
recommendation.
I'm sorry, Alderwoman Schweitzer. Sanye had a question. She said she wanted to have a
I'm
question.
sorry,
Got
I
it.
thought you were.
Are you
Alderwoman
guys,
Saunier.
are we taking public comment?
We have none
We
that I,
asked, we had none.
Okay.
I don't have any written comments and I don't see anyone hand up, right? Let me
There is
check
a
and see.
hand.
Representative
I
Collins?
have one person who has their hand up, State Representative Kimberly Ann Collins. I can move her over to the panelists.
All right, please do.
She did accept and she is over.
We need to see her face. There we are. Please unmute yourself. All right, thank you for
Hello.
being. And we will state your name, and once we do that, so do you swear that your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes,
All right, please state your name for the record and proceed.
thank you. I am State Representative Kimberly Ann Collins, and I wholeheartedly represent the city of St. Louis in the Missouri House of Representatives 102nd General Assembly. And I just wanted to speak in support of this bill, Board Bill 119. I'm a big proponent of recovery support services, and we have a plethora of recovery support services across the St. Louis metropolitan area, to be exact. The Missouri Coalition of Recovery Support Provider is a collaboration of community faith-based organizations that are 501c3s that offer those community support services. And we have a little bit over 60 recovery support providers. The state of Missouri has a total of 12 recovery community centers. And in my district, I have the pleasure of having the access site for drug and substance use, which is the Child and Family Empowerment Center located at 4145 Kennerly Avenue, which also serves as our emergency winter shelter in the wintertime to get unhoused residents out of the cold. But the access site not only gets people into clinical treatment, gets people into detox services and respite, but also offers the recovery housing that's needed for an individual to begin that journey to recovery. And so they do a plethora of things, and I just wanted to lend support on this bill. I did not see if it had that the Child and Family Empowerment Center was included in that sheet that Mr. Gregg rolled out. Hopefully it is, but any type of funds used to be allocated for recovery support services, clinical treatment, detox, and respite, I am all in favor of. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Alderman Schweitzer, any questions or comments of the speaker?
Thank you for coming. I really appreciate that testimony.
Thank you.
All right. Alderwoman Sonier, any questions or comments of the speaker?
Good morning, Representative Collins. I do have a question I asked you offline about your skincare routine, but I appreciate all of your presence today and your passion around this issue and many other issues for our vulnerable residents amongst us. So thank you for coming today.
Thank
All
you.
right. Okay, and I express my gratitude also. Thank you for your wonderful work up in Jeff City. I know it's kind of hard for Democrats up there, so thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, with that, we will proceed back to where we were. We had, I believe, a motion before us.
Yes.
Alderwoman Schweitzer, would you like to proceed? I think you made a motion. Would you?
Sure,
Before we-
I will renew my motion to adopt or to pass with a due pass recommendation, Board Bill 119 committee substitute.
Entertain a second?
Second.
Previous roll.
All right, we have the motion, we have the second and previous roll. Hearing no objection, previous roll. We are passing out Board Bill 119 committee substitute with a due pass recommendation to the full board. With that, I will acquiesce the meeting back to our chairwoman.
Thank you so much. And my vice chair, he just slipped past me, but I wanted to thank State Representative Kimberly Collins also. So
I forgot this. You're the sponsor. I apologize. I
That's
wasn't.
okay. I'm used to it. It's fine. And so now we have Board Bill 119. We need to move on that, correct?
No, we're done.
Okay, so we're through. Okay, so we don't have any resolutions for review, any committee discussions? No written testimony,
No, ma'am.
announcements? Okay, excuse all the persons, Alderwoman Sharon Tyus. And so could I get a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I will make a motion that we adjourn the meeting.
Second.
Previous roll.
Thank you so much.